world's most successful managers, as always with his Golden Glory Chargers. And folks, coming up next, my word, have we been looking forward to this one. Tyrone Spong and JLB.
I'm not going to... there are the fans who said that I was losing my fairness, my fighting spirit. Yeah, you are right. I was very, really mad against myself.
Jerome レバンダこのままでは終われない。全てを投げ捨て男が向かった先。
I should have come before. I should have come before. It was the time for me to suffer again, to suffer, to and to listen and to listen. That was the most important things I wanted to do.
一匹狼が初めて飛び込んだ群れの中。
So when you come here, it's like how say in English? You have to put your back on your history. It means that you have to swallow what you are. Okay? Your ego, you must put it in a rubbish bin.
そこで味わった初めての感覚。37歳、人との関わりが何より大切だと知ったハイパーバトルサイボーグが再生の道を歩む。
I want to give a fear to my opponents, and before that, even I was coming in the ring, they were scared. They are going to be scared.
Tyrone Spong キングオブザリング、百獣の王と称されるスリナムの街道。これまでミドル級からクルーザー級までを制覇。男に残されたタイトルはヘビー級のみ。そして K1 制圧を目論み、4タイムチャンピオンホーストからその王道を学ぶ。
I train with the best team, and yeah, I feel good and I feel confident.
百獣の王がレジェンドを食らう。
I think the Japanese fans and the people there will appreciate my style, and they would love to see the fight. So it's gonna be a good match.
怒りを取り戻したハイパーバトルサイボーグが再びこの場所に戻ってくる。
I'm going to kill the guys in front of me. Kill the guys in front of me. Kill the guys in front of me. Honestly, but I can give my life.
怖いバンダ現る。ジェロム・レバンダ vs タイロン・スポーン。
ただいまよりフィールス K1 ワールドグランプリ2010 in 横浜第3試合を行います。ブルーステージよりタイロン・スポーン選手の入場です。
Amazing career for Tyrone Spong. He began as a 152-pound fighter, a super welterweight. He won world championships in Muay Thai and at super welterweight, at middleweight, at super middleweight, at light heavyweight, at cruiserweight. Success, though, hasn't followed him yet to his heavyweight career as a K1 fighter. 2 wins, 1 loss. Also a loss last June in Jamaica in a World Muay Thai Championship fight against Nathan Corbett, where he broke his right hand and had to have a steel plate inserted into his right hand. He says the steel plate is okay. He's able to throw the right hand quite cleanly. As we saw in his last contest, which I thought was his most impressive display at heavyweight yet, it was against Kyotsaro last December, where he decisioned Kyotsaro over 3 rounds. Now training under the legendary Ernesto Hoost, and King of the Ring Tyrone Spong, a ridiculously popular fighter throughout Europe.
Red stage よりジェロム・レバンナ選手の入場です。
For the most popular Jerome Levana. He says he is reinventing himself, now training alongside Peter Ertz, and under Tom Harrigan, seeing Chakarigi, he stomps to the ring. There was a time, he said, in the 1990s where he used to scare himself, such was his power and his knockout ability, where he used to scare his opponents, such was his awesome power. But in recent years, he said he's lost the ability to scare himself or scare any of his opponents. Recently training with Tom Herring, he says he now looks in the mirror and he's starting to frighten himself yet again.
青コーナー188センチ 97.0 キログラム2008年 WFCA クルーザー級世界王者タイロン・スポーン。赤コーナー190センチ 123.0 キログラム2002年 K1 グランプリ準優勝ジェロム・レバンナ
As always, looking in fantastic shape, and the standout here from Levana, he has an intensity that I certainly haven't seen in recent times, coming off maybe the most horrid loss and the most horrid performance of his career when he lost to Semi Schilt in the quarterfinals of the Grand Prix last December. Was finished in just 1 minute and 27 seconds by a rampaging Semi Schilt. It is old guard versus new guard. Tyrone Spong, only 24 years old, 12 years the younger of Jerome Levana at 36. The bookmakers have Spong as the favourite at -210, Levana at +170. This one is going to send the awesome meter over the top. Michael Chavello, Mike Kogan with you. Jerome comes out in his trademark southpaw stance. Spong will be the quicker. Jerome will have the power. Spong uses his angles so well as a very competent counter fighter, particularly with his left hook. Nice inside thigh kick from Tyrone. He's got to keep his gloves up, however. Round kick just to the forearms. Round kick to the forearms of Jerome. You know Jerome's got these steel pins inserted in his left arm. which was broken by Tyrone's trainer, Ernesto Hoost, at the Grand Prix in 2002, and Jerome was only about 90 seconds away from winning the Grand Prix until Ernesto shattered his forearm.
Jerome looking pretty up to par here in the speed department also. I mean, he's there tit for tat with Tyrone.
He ate a nice right hand to that very banged up nose of Jerome Lebena. Interesting to see what Lebena brings here tonight with the great Tom Harrington in his corner. Tom Harrington, the man who first took Peter Ertz to the K1 Grand Prix title in 1994, took Branko Sikotic to the first ever K1 title in 1993, and Branko is in the house here tonight at the Yokohama Arena. Good front kick off the lead leg from Tyrone. Step up knee to the midsection from Tyrone Spong. Oh, and he just ate a short right hand there from Lebena. Spong dropped for the first time, and he looks a little rattled here. Has Jerome got his knockout power back? 3 knockdowns in 1 round and it's all over. Still a long way to go here. 1 minute 10 in the first round. And Jerome is hunting down Tyrone Spong. Throws the lead hand. Lebena is an interesting fighter. He fights as a left-handed fighter, though naturally he is right-handed. So he's got just as much power in his right hand as he does in his left.
And he's got a lot of power.
Very, very rare indeed.
In both of his hands.
Has also turned to pro boxing recently. A second-round KO of Ladislav Kovacic in November last year, taking his pro boxing record to 6-0 with 5 knockouts. And he's looking to knock out Tyrone Spong here. Spong's got to get off the ropes. And he does. This is not a good first round for Tyrone Spong. Under half a minute remaining here. Spong not using his footwork, not moving. Oh, Jerome just tees off at him, rips to the body and up to the head. Looking for another knockdown here is Lebena. Oh, doing the chicken dance is Tyrone Spong, but he gets out of trouble. Has Lebena got 1 big shot left in the final 10 seconds? It has been utter dominance from the Frenchman from Le Havre in the Normandy region. And that's how the round will end. It's going to be a 10-8 to JLB.
Wow. I mean, this is completely shocking to, I mean, none of us thought, we all thought that Tyrone is definitely going to have the speed advantage, but yet it was JLB the whole round, one-way traffic. Though, was he playing possum and trying to get JLB to kind of unload all he can here in the first round?
I don't think so. I think Tyrone was genuinely rattled by a very impressive JLB. Mike, if we were on the internet right now, we'd be typing OMG, because Jerome has just pulled out the finest first round we've seen him have, I think, since about 2005, 2004.
Shocking. I mean, I predicted, Tyrone Spong stick and move, and JLB chasing him the whole round, and instead he just ended up a one-way beating.
Ernesto Hoost just barking instructions here to Tyrone Spong in the corner. Spong has got to move. He cannot remain a stagnant target. Look at the ferocity of Jerome. I have not seen such intensity on JLB for a long, long time. He said he'd lost the ability to frighten himself and frighten opponents. I tell you what, he was scary in that first round. Look at the counter there from Jerome off the round kicks of Tyrone. Now, I believe what Ernesto has said to Tyrone as Tyrone takes a shot to the junk. Ernesto said, let's attack that left arm that I broke in 2002, because Tyrone has come out slinging the back leg to that reputedly fragile left arm of JLB.
Yeah, which, what was it, 2 GPs ago, maybe 2008 it was, that he re-injured it again from repeated leg kicks. So it's obviously definitely still fragile.
It was in 2008. It was against Remy Bonjasky on that occasion.
That's right.
So just a bit of recovery time here for Tyrone Spong after a shot to the John Smalls, and Jerome Lebena is rearing to go again. My word, the conditioning of Lebena. He said that training with Tom Harrington and Peter Ertz is like having a new family, and he's really enjoying a second chance at his fighting life at 36 years old, Jerome, after a few horrid years. Of course, he's competed in 11 Grand Prix. He's never won it. Has a 6-10 overall record competing in those 11 Grand Prix, and As I said earlier, coming off the worst performance of his career, I feel, against Semi Schultz last December, lasting only 1 minute and 27 seconds.
Which I think we both agreed on that fight. He just didn't want to fight. You know, he just pretty much showed up to just get in the ring. But now we're seeing a completely resurgence of GLB, somebody who's hungry. Like, you know, he's like, hey, I still can do this.
Step up knee from Tyrone, doubles up to it. Second one caught JLB on the sternum and planted him momentarily in the blue corner. JLB now drifts back to centre ring, hooks him off that right hand. That was nicely done from Jerome, showing the speed over Tyrone Spong, which is very surprising. Jumping knee from Tyrone, shrugs him off. No knockdown though. Tyrone not prepared to lay down here, not prepared to go quietly into the night as he counters with that beautiful left hook I told you about earlier on. Has JLB slowed a little here? Tyrone checks the low kick. 1 minute 38 remaining in the second. Good parry of the round kick there from Tyrone. Tyrone's got to keep his lead foot on the inside of JLB's lead foot to give him that jab against the southpaw. He also wants to throw the right hand down the tube, which is public enemy number one of the southpaw fighter. And he wants to drift off to his left, not to his right, or else he's drifting into the left hand of JLB. You see JLB steps across, cuts off the ring, trying to draw Tyrone into that left hand. That left hand has given Jerome an 81% knockout ratio, one of the highest knockout ratios of any fighter in K1 history. 44, 19 and 2, 29 knockouts he brings in tonight, JLB. Good round kick there from Tyrone off the back leg and just scoops out the round kick return from JLB. It's been a bit around here for Tyrone Spong, no doubt about it. He slams another round kick to the rib cage, fires through with a straight left hand, steps through knee, belly button through the back, both men in the center of the ring.
A better round for Tyrone for sure, but still a strong showing here from Jerome Lebanon. I mean, he's not showing any signs of fatigue or slowing down, though his body's starting to get pretty battered. We can see it here much better live than you guys can see it in your monitors, but still no signs of slowing down. I mean, GLB is just...
Round kick to the forearms there from Spong. End of the second round, we go to the towels. How do you see it, Mike? I actually see that as either Tyrone Spong's round just, or maybe a drawn round would be a fair decision, though I'd have to say, for mine, Tyrone was working a little harder than JLB there for most of the second round.
I think he was, but Jerome was pretty active at the start of the round, so probably a 10-all round would be a fair assessment here, but being down 2 points, I mean, what does he need? He needs a knockdown or a knockout here in the third round in order to even come close to winning this fight for GLB, and it is a 10-all round.
It is a 10-all round, a fair score, I do say. So we've got the first round going 10-8 to JLB, the second round 10 points apiece. It is all for Tyrone Spong to do in the third and final round.
He needs a knockdown or a knockout, and you know that just doesn't seem like it's coming.
Ernesto Hoost, four-time K1 Grand Prix champion in the corner of Tyrone Spong. Tom Herring and the first ever K1 Grand Prix champion, Branko Sikatic, in the corner of JLB. Michael Chavello, Mike Kogan with you ringside. Good high right round kick, trying to loop the shin around the back of the neck there from Spong, and then goes to the upper left rib cage, the badly banged up carcass of JLB. Step through knee from Tyrone. He likes to step through knee. He's going to be careful not to open up the guard because Jerome will try and thread through that nice jab that he has, that very powerful jab. A lot of people said this could be the show stealer fight of the night, and certainly it has been an absolute corker so far.
Unbelievable fight. I mean, like I said, I really expected the much slower and older Jerome kind of chasing Tyrone the whole 3 rounds, and Tyrone taking an easy decision. Instead, we're seeing a very, very competitive fight that now Tyrone is coming from behind and trying to win. And you can feel the do-or-die attitude here from Tyrone Spong here in the third round.
Ooh, nice high kick from Tyrone. He saw the minuscule opening, and luckily Lebanon was just able to ride it with his angles. Throws off the right hand. My word, Ernesto Hoost is going to burst a blood vessel over in the corner of Tyrone Spong. He is screaming instructions. Tyrone, they want him to get a little more aggressive and not just play a counter-fighting game here in the third and final. They feel that Jerome has visibly slowed down as he eats a knee to the jawline. Halfway through this third stanza. There's the step through knee. Momentarily had Jerome bent back but couldn't capitalize here, Tyrone Spong. And Jerome peppering with the jab. Is Tyrone going to the well one time too many though, Mike, with that step through knee?
He needs to get his output out, and he needs to try those step through knees. Because that seemed to be the only thing that phased Jerome.
There's a step through knee to the midsection. What he needs to do after the knee, though, is come over the top with a curling right hand, not just throw the one knee.
That's right, exactly. That's what I mean. You know, he just needs to increase the output here at this point. He doesn't have much time. 48 seconds left.
Leg kick from Jerome.
And Jerome is exhausted.
Jerome is maybe a spent force here as he takes a left hook from Tyrone, but it had less weight behind it than Lindsay Lohan. Throws another left hook. There's a step through knee, but where are the hands to follow through? That's what I'm talking about. A left hook to the jawline of JLB. 25 seconds remaining. Can Tyrone do a Winona and steal it? Outside thigh kick from Jerome.
I mean, he's definitely won this round, but did he win it 10-8? No, of course not.
Liver shot from Spong. Tyrone's going to stamp the authority on the round here. Throws a knee and a front kick to the midsection. Tries to fold him in half like an accordion. Both men pump their fists into the air, and it's going to come down to the judges. Once again, first round was 10-8 Lebena. Second round was 10 points apiece. Third round, do you give it 10-9 to Tyrone Spong? If you do, it'd still be JLB's fight.
I believe Jerome won this. I mean, like I said, going into the third round, the only way Tyrone Spong was going to win it is by a knockdown or a knockout, and you know, he wasn't able to achieve either. I mean, he had a really good showing in the third round. I think he did much better than in the first. I mean, in the first or the second round, but definitely not enough to win this fight.
Jerome takes the first judge. Jerome takes the decision here. The reinvention of Jerome Lebena has begun. His first victory under the new car with the great Tom Herring, Branko Sikotic, and Peter Ertz. Jerome Lebena back in the winner's circle, and you've got to wonder, only hooking up with Tom Herring for a few weeks, he came in physically prepared, but also mentally focused with a lot of aggression. How scary is the prospect of what Lebena could bring to the table come the final 16 in September if he keeps improving at this rate under Tom Herring?
Well, one thing for sure that he brings is himself. He will be in the final 16 now. I mean, like I said, last year at the World GP, the first round against Semi Shield, we didn't see a crumbling, you know, fighter who was trying to win the round and just came short. We just saw a discouraged fighter who really didn't want to be there, just kind of showed up half-assed, jumped in a ring for a minute and a half and jumped out. Today we saw a determined, hungry Jerome Lebena.
Lebena in his 69th fight takes his K1 record of 48-19.